Welcome to this game engine tutorial series. In this series, you will learn to build a cross-platform, commercial-level game engine from start to finish. Since this is a cross-platform game engine, we will be building a game engine that will support Mac, Windows, and Linux. I will be developing on a Mac, but this should work on any of these platforms. We will be using Vulkan as the 3D renderer. Vulkan has a reputation as being complicated and verbose, but I will do my best to make this as painless as possible. We will learn about physically based rendering techniques to show realistic objects in our scene. Along with PBR techniques, I will show you how to get dynamic lighting and shadows. You will learn how to integrate a popular open source physics engine. We will create an editor that allows you to visually lay out your levels and set properties on each object. Finally, we will implement a scripting system and attach these scripts to objects in order to give them life. The purpose of this series is to learn the techniques and the engineering that go into creating a game engine. If you're just interested in building a game, then this series is not for you. Please use one of the existing game engines that are already out there. In order to be successful in this series, you will need the following: a computer with a decent graphics card. This does not need to be the latest NVIDIA RTX graphics card, but something modern in the last 5 years or so. You will need a compiler that has C++20 support. I've decided to use a recent version of C++, but we will not be using the latest C++20 features, things like modules and concepts, etc. There are also later versions of C++, but C++20 has good compiler support for all these platforms we want to support. Although not required, I recommend you use an IDE, an integrated development environment. You could just build the engine with the command line, but IDEs really help to make this process less painful. On Windows, I recommend using Visual Studio Community Edition. On Mac, you can use Xcode, Visual Studio Code, or CLine, and on Linux, you can use Visual Studio Code or CLine. All these IDEs are free to use. Even CLine is free as long as it's not used in a commercial project. Since this project is for learning and is open source, that is what I will be using. You do need a basic understanding of C++. Although there are some interesting game engines being written in other languages like Rust and Go, today C++ is still the standard language for game engines. You don't need to be an expert in C++. We will be using what I call simple C++, so keeping the STL and templates at a minimum, and I promise that I will not try to abstract everything into the most complicated code. I will be teaching this in a 400-level college course format, so you need some basic knowledge of graphics and linear algebra. These include a basic understanding of what a shader is, and an understanding of vectors, matrices, dot product, cross product, etc. Finally, you need to have a desire to want to learn. This subject is not easy, but I will try my best to explain and demonstrate this as simply as I can. This series is designed to be like a 400-level college class, as I mentioned before. What this means is that I will present a concept in a lecture or episode format, complete with a working example. After each episode, there might be additional references you are recommended to research on your own. I have planned over 50 short episodes, and I promise not to overwhelm you with 2-hour live coding sessions. Although this series is intended to be watched in order, feel free to go back and review any episodes you need a refresher on. Ready to get started? Please like and share this video and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any episodes. In this video description are links to the supporting website, GitHub repo where the code is available, as well as links to the next video in the series as it becomes available. If you have made it this far, thank you. I'm glad you're taking this journey with me in 2026.